Hi, my name is Ifaizati. The topic that I choose is Gempylotoxin. For the introduction, the escolar is the most diverse fish across in the nearest fish market. In the recent years, this type of fish have been imported and sold out at local fish market. This family has 24 species grouped in 16 genus. Escolar is belong to the Gempylidae family and endemic to tropical and temperate sea around the world and also known as oilfish, game fish and rudderfish. This fish is delicacy because of its tasty white tender meat without bones. However, people must be careful because eating its meat can pose a danger to humans. Under understanding, Gempylotoxin are wax ester present in large amount in Escolar, Lepidosiplum flaboromium, and oilfish meat, Ruvetus preticeus. Both species of fish are present in tropical and temperate water at depth of about 200 to 700 meter and are mostly found as a bycatch from tuna fisheries. The symptoms that happen when eat these fish are diarrhea, stomach cramp, nausea, headache, and vomiting. Next, the improperly handled escolar and oilfish can lead to scrombotoxin, histamine poisoning. There are also findings said there is different jurisdiction view of all these fish differently, where Japan and Italy currently prohibiting their export while others do not. The place that are not prohibited, public health officials often advise people to be aware of the possible side effect of Gempylotoxin and to restrict their consumption. Next is wax ester. The wax ester are made up of 32 to 38 carbon atoms with the mostly consisting of 34 carbon atoms. The fatty alcohol part of the wax ester is usually 16 to 12 carbon atom long, though some have been recorded as low as 22 carbon atoms. And the majority are saturated, though some are monosaturated. Under discussion, Berman et al. Coined the word carriera in 1981, which simply means flow of wax. The Gempylotoxism can cause extreme rectal incontinence accompanied by carriera and other symptoms too. To reduce the risk of contracting infection, those who do not have pre-existing stomach disorders are usually advised not to eat more than 6 ounces or 170 grams in a serving. Carriera is the symptom that identified as extreme rectal incontinence, which followed with significant amount of flatulence and almost often profuse oily diarrhea. Surprisingly, carriera is usually associated with only minor water loss. The diarrhea is mostly orange and may also be greenish brown in color, and the discharge is not often readily noticeable. Many people will still have abdominal cramps and others will experience fatigue, fever, and vomiting. Despite the fact that escolar and oilfish are not part of the Scombridae tribe, their tissue contain comparatively large amount of histidine. As a result, there have been cases of histamine intoxication occurring concurrently with carriera in people who ingested improperly treated, such as temperature abuse of escolar and oilfish. The mechanism of Gempylotoxin is the escolar and oilfish pose a potent purgative oil that when swallowed may cause diarrhea, known as Gempylic fish poisoning, Gempylotism, or carriera. The toxin is made up of wax ester, which are C32, C34, C36, and C38 fatty acid ester with C34H66O2 as the primary ingredient. According to its SIMS, its molecular mass is 506, which is consistent with the fatty acid ester molecular formula C34H66O2. Its formula recreated the existence of two double bond counterparts, one of which was modified in an ester group and the other in the vinylic linkage. Moreover, the wax ester of both escolar species are indigestible and can quickly cause carriera. Nevertheless, the oil of rudderfish and butterfish are abundant in diacylglycerol ester that are far more amenable to human digestion and thus do not cause severe gastrointestinal discomfort with natural dietary intake. The wax ester are thought to have originated as indigestible element of the fish's diet. The wax ester are deposited in the tissue of the fish as a result of their indigestibility. Okay, as a conclusion, escolar and related oilfish have high content of wax ester in their tissue that give the fish meat a smooth and buttery feel, making it more appealing to eat. The wax ester are indigestible to human and hence will collect in the rectum. Consumption of a large amount of fish can eventually result in the concentration of a sufficient dose of wax ester to induce its distressing effect of Gempylotoxism. That's all from me. Thank you. Okay, now is Q&A session. I have got two questions here. One is there any death cases due to caria? Fortunately, the evidence suggests that caria caused by this fish is rarely deadly. It's only painful. However, Health Canada has mentioned and advised that pregnant women, infant, the elderly, and those with bowel or absorption issue to avoid consuming escolar and oil fish. Okay, next we move to the second question, which is how many percent of wet ester in the escolar fish? Okay, the flesh of the escolar contain 14 to 25% of oil, so at least 90% of which are long chain wet ester. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.